What is the pinnacle of automotive luxury? Rolls-Royce? Could be. Bentley, perhaps? Yeah, maybe. But there is a third player in the uber luxury space. And I don't mean Uber luxury, I mean uber luxury space that might be about to give its British rivals a major run for their money. This is the Mercedes Maybach S-Class. What is it? Well, if you ask Mercedes, it's the pinnacle of luxury. A limousine designed for Russian oligarchs, rappers, billionaires, and billionaire rappers. There are three versions of the Mercedes Maybach. There's the entry-level S580, which will cost you £160,000. There's the S580 First Class, which costs £173,000. And then there's this thing. This is the big dog S680, which will empty your bank account by an astonishing £201,000. If you can afford that kind of cash, then clearly you also can afford another element of luxury, and that is someone to open your doors for you, maybe a chauffeur, but you don't want them to come outside and pull the door handles because let's face it, that just attracts attention. What you want is for your chauffeur to push a button on the inside of the car which opens the door for you. A bit like this. How cool is that? Once you're in, you could either slam the door yourself, or you could press this button on the roof to make it close, or you could ask, David, would you shut the door, please? For your driver to do it for you. And once you're in, this car will actually hand you your seatbelt to make it easier for you to get safe. Plus, look at this seatbelt. This is actually the finest looking seatbelt I've ever seen in my life. And it's actually also an airbag, just like you get in planes. Right, David, take me to the opera.
Of course.
That's where rich people go, isn't it? Right, now we're on the move. Let me tell you a little bit about this thing. It's absolutely massive in here. The wheelbase is 18 centimeters longer than even the standard long wheelbase S-Class, so it's absolutely enormous in the back of a Maybach. As standard, you get bench seats, but this particular car has been upgraded with the First Class package, which means you get executive seats, 2 individual chairs that look and feel a lot like what you get in First Class on a plane. Just like in First Class, you have some tables. So if I open the center console, I can pull out my little tables here and I can actually eat my dinner, you know, have a lobster sandwich or put my laptop on there. And there's even a little ledge back here to stop a laptop from sliding about, for example. Plus, if you want to use your own entertainment, there is a wireless charging mat in the back of this car, plus 4 USB ports and 2 HDMIs. Outrageous. Obviously, the Maybach has reclining seats. So if you press this button on the door, then what happens is the front seat folds forward, and then the front headrest tilts forward, and then the screen tilts forward. And then after that, you get my footrest down here moving forward to lift my calves up in the air. And then there's even a footrest on the front of the passenger seat, which extends. My seat then reclines, so I get almost a fully extended recumbent sitting position, which again is a lot like what you get on a first class flight. Now let me show you the best bit about these seats. Obviously they're massaging seats, but Dave, would you activate the calf massage, please?
Certainly. Hey Mercedes, activate the rear seat calf massage.
And then the car actually starts massaging my calves as well as my back. You can choose a bunch of different massaging programs, but honestly, the best one by far is the calf massage. It's unbelievable. Keep your Rolls Royces. I need a calf massage in every single car from now on. I'm sorry. I've just spotted as well, actually, there's a button marked intensive. I can have intensive calf massage, but I can't actually reach it because I'm reclined so far. But don't worry, this car has an advanced rear seat MBUX infotainment package. So you get 2 displays, one on each of the seats in front of you, and a third display on the center console. And if I eject it, I can actually control everything that's on these screens, but on my tablet, including the intensive calf massage feature. So now, I'm getting my intensive calf massage. That is absolutely heavenly. Plus, you can take this tablet wherever you go and use it as a normal Android tablet. Use it to post pictures on the gram of yourself and your new Maybach, or just leave it in the car and use it to control the functions inside the vehicle. It's worth mentioning as well that this car also has a neck and back warmer, and just check out these cushions. Look at this, look at the state of that. How amazing are these Maybach cushions? They look better than any cushions I've ever seen in a house, let alone in a car. Sensational. Plus, pillows. I never want to leave this thing. I never want to get out. The next thing I want to show you is the sound. So it comes with 2 wireless noise cancelling headphones, and they look absolutely phenomenal, by the way, and are extremely comfortable as well. Which one's left, which one's right? We'll stick them on. I can barely hear a thing, so you can listen to your gangster rap in private if you don't want to disturb your driver. But even better, the car also has a 30 speaker Burmester 4D sound system. Yes, I said 30 speakers, and yes, I said 4D. What is 4D? Well, this car uses active noise cancellation. It's got a subwoofer in the boot, and it produces counter-phased frequencies to eliminate unwanted low frequency noise. So essentially it works a bit like noise cancelling headphones, except in a much bigger form. The car also comes with extra sound deadening in the wheel arches and extra thick laminated glass in the C-pillar to help keep the rear of the cabin super quiet. And it is unbelievably quiet in the back of a Maybach, trust me. So what's next? Well, every proper luxury car needs to come with a fridge, and the Maybach is no different. But check this out, it also comes with some of the coolest champagne flutes in the game. Listen to this. That is proper quality, and it looks amazing. And the fridge itself can be cooled to either 7 degrees for your optimal temperature for champagne, or to 1 degree for other cooler drinks, for example, water or fizzy pop. Plus, let me show you something extremely cool. The center console is motorized, so if I press a button on it, it will actually open up automatically and reveal a dedicated place to put your champagne where you won't spill it on the move. Look at this, I put it in here, and these metal clasps grab the champagne flute and it won't spill. But if you want to remove it, just lift it upwards and take a sip. What can I say? The other feature that first class models have is rear wheel steering. So if you're on your way to the opera and you've forgotten your tickets at home and you need to do a 3-point turn, then no problem. Even though this thing is absolutely massive, the rear wheel steering helps it to reduce its turning circle by 2 meters. So David, I've forgotten the tickets to the opera. Could you spin it around, please?
Of course we can.
Sorry. Always do this. I always do this. I get in because I'm excited about the calf massage and I forget my opera tickets. See, in a normal car, this might be a 7-point turn, 9-point turn, but in the Maybach, 3's all you need. I was only joking, I've got them.
None of this comes cheap, of course. Here's a rundown of what all the extras in this car will cost you. The electric comfort doors are €1,600, rear axle steering, €1,500, silver-plated champagne goblets, €3,800, and the 2-tone paint finish, nearly €15,000. Obviously, if I'm spending that kind of cash, then I want to play with my new toy and enjoy it from the second best seat in the house.
Right, now matey boys out the way, I can jump in the front and tell you what this thing is like to actually drive. And I tell you what, the back is brilliant, but the front is actually really good as well. It's a lot like an S-Class, obviously, but it just seems a bit nicer. Obviously, the highlight with the Maybach is the comfort levels, but there's another trick up this thing's sleeve, and that is the engine. The entry-level S580 uses a 3.9 litre V8, but this thing, the big dog S680, uses a twin turbocharged 5.9 litre V12 that makes 600 horsepower and 900 Newton meters of torque. And let me tell you, this is properly quick. It will do 0 to 62 in 4.5 seconds, so it's quick enough to keep up with even the quickest sports cars. Right, actually, I mean, it's one thing saying it, let's actually give it a go and see what happens. Sport mode. Yes, it has a sport mode. Foot on the brake, foot on the accelerator. Send it. That is mad. Something this big shouldn't move as quickly as this. It just messes with your head. So this car comes with a Mercedes e-active system, which is a 48-volt anti-roll stabilization system that can push down each of the corners independently to keep the car flat through the bends. And it works surprisingly well for something as big and as heavy as this. The mode you're going to spend most time in, though, is Maybach mode. Yes, it has a special Maybach mode, and that does a few things. First of all, it softens up the suspension to make it super comfortable. It starts you off in second gear every time you pull away to make those pullaways extra smooth, and it just slackens off the intensity of the throttle pedal, so everything is just buttery. And of course, that comes in really useful for when you've got someone in the back of the car who's actually important. As for the self-driving gubbins, this car is equipped with it. Let's see how effective that is. Hands off the wheel, hands off, well, not totally off the wheels, you can't let go forever, but it is steering itself. I've got one set of lines in the middle. They're not the best lines in the world, but look, it's working. You don't have to be in the back or the front. You don't even have to be in here. In theory, the car can drive itself. How can I summarize the Mercedes Maybach S-Class? In a word, it's brilliant. I've driven loads of Rolls-Royces, I've driven loads of Bentleys, and while those are great in their own right, I think the Maybach just takes things a step further. It's got a calf massager, for goodness sake. Yeah, I don't know, for me, the Mercedes Maybach right now is probably the best Uber luxury car in the world right now. Yeah, bold claim, but I'm standing by it.